Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Mr. JLY, back with another video, and I'm here with some Fortnite storyline lore and a couple of theories. And this time it's about the newest revealed member of the Seven, the Foundation, the leader of the Seven, a group that's had roots all the way back to season 4 since the visitor arrived on the Fortnite island during chapter 1, before kicking off this amazing storyline. And guys, before we get into this video, if you're interested in more content like this, please subscribe to the channel because it really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. And if you go on to like the video. Okay, let's get into this one. The Foundation arrived on the asteroid during the chapter 2 season 6 start event Zero Crisis and was greeted by a rogue Mr. John Jones, or Jonesy, who now left the imagined order by this point. But it's not the first time we've seen a member of the Seven arrive on an asteroid. Two others have also done this, the Visitor and the Scientist, before they both went on to go and build their rockets, Season 4 for the Visitor and Season X for the Scientist. Now guys, just an open thought here, I've never really been too sure if the Scientist was from another reality where Dusty never happened until Season 10, and somehow the Seven knew about this, managed to bring it across from the Rift beacons over, and managed to hold the asteroid in suspended animation. Great timing from the interdimensional Seven. Or the rift zone around Dusty, which, remember, in the early days of the map it did show a rift zone around Dusty, and they managed to travel Dusty Depot and the asteroid through time from season 4 to the start of season X, because they know they needed it for their plan to stabilize, or to attempt to stabilize, the 0 point. So if this was the same Dusty Depot and asteroid from season 4, the Visitor never crash land into Dusty, he never went to the Villain's lair. In this version of the Visitor, he went to Dusty and became the Scientist, and we know what happened in Season X. So this didn't erase the Visitor, obviously it's some sort of paradox, so they can both coexist in this timeline. And we don't really have a lot of information on Paradigm unless you include her tagline, which is Allegiances Unknown. So this does open up a question. Where is the Foundation's rocket? Yes, this was not the first time we saw the Foundation. We saw him in the Season X event when him and the Seven tried to stabilize the 0 point. The Scientist said it in his tapes. What the 7 of us are planning is very risky. So the 7 was there and the Foundation, obviously. But where did he go after the end event? Me personally, I find it very hard to believe he went from a rocket ship to an asteroid. You know, the Visitor, asteroid to rocket. The Scientist, asteroid to rocket. The Foundation, rocket to asteroid? Did he dump the rocket somewhere and then managed to find an asteroid and got back in the pod? Like, we unfortunately don't really know why the 7 are in these sort of pods, but I presume these are escape pods and the 7 were escaping something catastrophic. Maybe the Foundation we are seeing here is an earlier version of the one we see in Season X. He hasn't gone to that event yet, so that's probably why he's only just escaped the pod and he hasn't gone and built his rocket to go to that event and to try and prevent the end. Maybe this is a later version of the Foundation and he came from the Season X event. Now, there were 7 rockets involved in the Season X event, but there was also an asteroid. So could one of the rockets have been on autopilot and the Foundation was actually in the asteroid, and he's travelled through time and came out at the Season 6 event? So very similar to how I believe the Visitor situation is. So in the Season 4 event we see him rift through that massive great big crack in the sky, and I believe he came out during the Season X event. I believe he then comes out the Season X event instantaneously for his timeline, but over us it's a course of 7 seasons. Donald Mustard has said before that all the events are connected, and the only way I can really see it coming together really well is if time travel is an element. And can I make absolutely clear that this is just a sort of open discussion about possibilities in the Foundation storyline and not concrete fact. Now, it didn't take long for the Foundation to start attacking Jonesy, which means they must be very familiar with each other, the 7 and the imagined order, which does lead to more confusion about the pod, because obviously if he knows who Jonesy is, he's obviously been out that pod before. So what are these pods? Are these asteroids like ships disguised as asteroids? I don't know. The Foundation only stopped when Geno was mentioned. Jonesy then goes on to mention that he can get the sisters as well. He can take him to the sisters. The Foundation and Jonesy then joined up to try and stabilize the 0 point before it bloomed. Now at this point we're still unaware what Geno is, if it's a person, a place, or an object, some sort of mystical item, or know the German pronunciation of the name referred to it as being a person. So it would appear that the Foundation and maybe other members of the 7 are superhuman. He literally literally leaped off the ground like Superman and then with his bare hands tried to fix the 0 point before it bloomed and was going to explode. And then he literally locked himself in it. So what other powers do the Seven have? So the big thing about the Foundation is he may be voiced by The Rock, and it seems pretty conclusive now. Now he is voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which is crazy to think. I literally had the Russo brothers directing it and The Rock starring in it as the Foundation alongside Jonesy. But Donald must have said on his Twitter like the day or the day after the event, "Oh, thanks to the Russo brothers for being involved." Why not The Rock if he was involved? Unless they want to keep it a secret, unless they want a massive reveal when the Foundation or maybe members of the Seven take off their masks and it's like, oh my god, it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, no way. Or I can't really work out why they're keeping it on the wraps if that's the case. Do you smell what the Seven are cooking? So obviously the Foundation is the newest revealed member of the Seven, and we've got the other three, the Visitor, the Scientist and Paradigm, but we haven't seen them all together apart from the end event. So why it was only the Foundation? You know what, guys, I'm not even going to discuss that because that's like the Avengers, and if Iron Man's doing a solo film, wouldn't it be so much easier to get the rest of the Avengers? And that's the same reason here, I think, why there's not the whole members of Seven. The Foundation's being introduced. We don't need three other characters, to confuse the situation. Simple as. So we do have the Batman comics coming out soon that will have storyline and lore and will be Fortnite canon. So it'll be very interesting to see where the Foundation and the Seven come up in that, because obviously I presume they will be a big part of that comic book series. Obviously, guys, leave your thoughts down below. I want this to open up an open discussion about the Foundation and maybe other members of the Seven and maybe other storylines and lore within Fortnite. Thank you very much. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel because I do a lot of content like this. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, it's been your boy, Mr. J. White. Till next time, bye bye.